Hello and welcome back to Combine and Conquer. In our last episode, we took a stab at rebuilding all of the Mark I stuff in a new miniature bus system here that is taking in copper, iron, and stone into electric furnaces and smelting that and then bringing it down here to make all the various things. This is based off of a theory that we want to split off more iron specifically, or mostly, to certain products to make more of those products than others. So right now we have a ton of belts getting made, just a plain old ton of belts. We're up to 2,000 belts made now. Then arms come next, and then belt parts come after that. And then finally, we do miners next, and then furnaces and what is it called, burners, and then assemblers here. So that's kind of where we're at. We have 4 more things to do. 3 of them are laid out as in a basic layout here. We have providers coming out here. That takes in copper, iron, makes to make chips, to make the provider with a box down here with the stuff that makes the boxes. And then we also have a chest, actually, specifically. And then we have labs here, which also need some circuits, and then, of course, some wire. And then we also have influencers here, which are all based on wire and cable. The final thing we'll have to build is a new build for arms here, for arms, long arms that is, and those are pretty simple, only really needing just a few ingredients here. So we're going to take a look at that one last, but first we need to deal with these. So I think, given all the copper that these all take, we should probably set that up accordingly. The iron is pretty sparse, in fact. It's just 1 bit here and 1 bit here, or more of a bit here. So maybe we do something like a copper belt coming in for these and these, with an iron belt also. Let's see, copper. Okay, let's try to design this here. Let's do 3 of these nearby each other. 1 for this, to do that, and then maybe an iron belt will come through here. We could pass these across, and of course I've already blocked myself in too much. You know what, maybe we don't do it that way. Maybe we do it down here completely, and then we design it differently. So let's take these, put them up here. I'm going to give them a little bit of space there, and then we can do this. And then we can do this. Let's see, I did the wrong thing. This one needs to go right here, I think. So if we brought an iron belt across here, we could pass the chips across that iron belt using the crossing to feed into this, and then we could have an iron belt done a little bit differently, maybe. Can I move these like that? Not you. Sorry, not you. There. You get the iron from that to then make the boxes. And so then I could either do... Well, that's not great either. Because then I have to have a belt or something to bring those over to here. But if I need to bring this down anyway. If I put you out of the way for a second, put you and you, and I had this pass across there. I could bring the iron belt across this way. Almost there. I've almost got what I want. Stagger this down a bit. I can bring the iron belt across and then down, and then they can pass their materials across the iron belt into this, and then this can pass in directly. This can pass across the iron belt, the chipset is, and then these are pretty tightly combined. They don't need anything else, so that would be 2/3 of this. Then the last bit here would be a dedicated copper belt for that. Although I could just use the same copper belt from here. Even better. Let's try that out. So let's start here, just a little bit of space away. We'll do that, and then this, and then this. I should delete those as I'm doing it. And then this, and I think these are all the same, actually. 1, 2, and 3 of those. And then we have a copper belt right there. Like that. And then this comes up here. We have 3 of these also, but do I need that space away? I don't, actually. So why have it? There. This goes here. This goes there. This goes here. So wire passes down into each of these. This needs the chips from here. These chips are passed down this way across an iron belt going this way. This will go something like this, staggered a bit, because then we can do this one like that and this one like that. We'll need to do some, actually I'll do it this way. Grab the crossings from there. We'll need to cross here and here from the iron belt. The iron belt will come this way and curve this way. That'll work. Those pass across, this passes across. Let's see if we can get this thing hooked up properly. Inserters. You go this way. Copper in. You go into making the cable and directly into making the influencers. Then the influencers will get made here. Guess I could have given myself a little bit more space. That's okay. This here and here. And then these pass straight down like this. We need a crossing right here. That passes the chips down into here. We need to pick up iron here. Pick up iron here. And then you need this, and then those go this way to go into the labs, to make more labs. We'll need to pick up iron here and here. Output these products like this, and then this one goes into there. And then, of course, we need outputs done here or here. And then also here somewhere, maybe right there. Unfortunately, I can't reuse these, but again, I have 318 of them, so who cares? That's my philosophy. Who cares? So we need to have crossings here and here and here for all the respective belts there. And then we continue this down. And we have splitters here and here eventually. This goes this way. No, that does not go that way. Delete, delete. That should be a crossing. This should be here. That should be there. There. Because this is the copper belt here. Almost goofed it up big time. Then the iron belt comes down like this. And into that one. And I hope this works. Let's see if it works. But that makes 3 of the 4 things we have left. And so if that works, then we can delete this. And this. I can delete those belts there. This is still technically what we need to remake. And I think that'll be it for the remake stuff. Assuming it all works. You're making your cable. Gonna take a minute to get, because it'll take a little bit of time to get it all across here. I know no labs are, no research is running. We don't have anything else we can do yet till we set up the RT3. That's passing in. It's got, does it tell me what it has? Yeah, there we are. We need more cable here. So the wire is much faster than I was thinking. We need to have 4 cable. Oh, right, I wanted this to run at half speed. I'm only running this at 2048 instead of 1024, but I'm fine with that. So it's going to take twice as long as I thought. But this here needs a chest. And again, here, these are 1536. This is 256. We're only running these at 1536. Yeah. So we're intentionally slowing them down because we really don't need that much stuff. And then the labs are already getting made. You just saw one get passed out there. So I think we're good as long as everything gets buffered up properly and works properly. We probably missed this get made. These are only Mark 1 influencers though. And I don't even know that we really need to continue making Mark 1 influencers, but for the sake of completeness, I wanted to do so. There it goes. And then that'll zip pretty fast. There it goes. All right, so I think we are good. I didn't actually watch... Oh, there it goes, getting made now. Okay, good. Good timing on that one. Almost good timing. You gotta wait 1024 to see it happen, of course. There it goes. All right, so the last bit is the long arms. If I have all the math right, which I suspect I probably do, we need one arm Mark 1 every 512. They make in 512, so that's perfect. For that, we also then need 2 gears and 2 rods every 512. Gear is 256, so 2 is 512. Same thing with the rods. And then in order to get one arm every 512, we need 2 gears in 512, so that's 1 gear maker. So this mix of machines is correct. I just want to try and think about a different way to lay them out so that I don't have to use these intermediary belts and things, but so that I can still use maybe a single iron belt. And I think probably the pass across method is going to be the best method. Let's see, I want to split this off. I technically would want to split this off down here, but I think I'll be okay with it up here. No, I don't care. I actually don't care. So we have one of these. And then we can pass, or we can put the rods and the gears. I'll just grab a different gear building if I can. Here's one. The rods and the gears on either side of it. And then we can do the belt, or the arm itself, over on the other side of the iron belt. There. And then it needs its own gear belt, or gear machine, which I could put over here. And that should be it. So let's mark this for deletion. Delete, please. And then we can run the iron belt right across the middle here. Actually, it wouldn't have mattered if I'd put which one of these I'd put first, because we're at the end, so they're each getting half of what's left anyway. Input there, input there, input there, input there, pass across this way, so we need a crossing there. And then these pass in here, and in here. And these come out into a provider. And I think that'll do. Now, what's going to happen here is this rod maker is going to gobble up all of the iron that it can until it gets full. And which means this will have to get full, over full of rods, which I think would be 4. And then there'll have to be 1 in the arm. And then this will have to get over full of rods, which should be 2, I think. And then over full of the iron plates, which would be another 2 at least, I think. And then it will stop. And then 1 on the arm, and then it'll stop picking up iron. So we'll have to kind of wait for that to happen. But this should be okay other than that. So that completes, I think, all of the Mark 1 stuff. And so the other task that we had on the agenda today was to look at RT3, which is going to take 1 RT2. Actually, I want to do a couple things. I want to first look at the research. We need 100 of them for that. We need a lot more RT2s now. So I might want to set up a new RT2 build that has its own dedicated iron and possibly copper, although I don't know that we need copper. I think we can probably still borrow what we're getting, because I don't know that we're going to use that entire line of copper anyway. But I wanted to kind of look at these numbers to see, can we do this? Yes, we can. To see what all is used to make, what all uses tier 3 to be made. And so this needs a lot, yeah. This one here, not so many. This one here. That one down there. Bizarre. But I'm looking at these, yeah, look at that, 5,000 RT2s. So we're going to need a separate build for RT2s now that isn't borrowing iron from RT1. That was good for for the second tier of materials, but it's not going to be good for this third tier of researches, I think, or it appears. That finally unlocked solar, by the way. Yeah, I think... Yeah, I think we do. Okay, so let's go back out here, and let's build this in a completely different spot. Not completely different spot, but separate spot. We're going to take this all out. We could potentially use this same copper belt to do this. We're only currently using 2 to maybe 3 furnaces worth of copper, so we should have plenty of copper to build. I probably want to do, well, how many of these do I want to do? How much iron does this use per, well, I guess per 2 tokens, because I know that these are 1 to 2 ratios. So 1, 2, 3 iron for 2 tokens, for 2 RT2s every 512. And then it uses... well, it actually doesn't use that much at all. Because 1 token needs 2 wire, so 2 tokens need 4 wire every 512. And that's 2 copper. So it's 3 iron and 2 copper make 2 RT2s every 512. So we could do quite a lot on this, I think. And we could still continue using that copper if we want. So maybe we just set up a new smelting line for iron dedicated to RT2. And then what is RT3? I think we just do that math in a little bit. Well, actually, we can see. It says 3 and 1. Why did I have it as 3 and... Okay, I've done something wrong. 1, 2, 3 every 256. Okay, so it's 3 copper and 1 plate every RT2, and this is going to be 19 and 11. 3 iron, 1 copper. 19 and 11. Wow, that's a lot. Okay, so, but either way, we know a couple things. We know that we're able to tax out our iron consumption on the RT1s with this build. So we need to have some different iron. We also know that we're going to have probably 10 furnaces worth of copper that we could use. So we could do easily an entire smelting line of iron, and that'll provide us enough to make... let's see, 3 every 512 is 1.5 every 256, and we can make 12.8 every 256. So 12.8 divided by 1.5, we could make 8.5 RT2s. So let's do 8. We have this build here that's wait, that would be 8 every... Now I've screwed my own math up. No, that's right. 8 every... We can make 8 of these. 8 builds. 4 builds like this. We could repeat this 4 times, or do this 4 times. So dedicated iron smelting for this. We could mine that. I don't know that we'll get enough. We could mine up here and bring it down and around somehow. That might be better. That might be better. We also want to consider doing away with this coal and just making this into electric. We'll probably do that once we fire this up. And that would be better too. So maybe we just mine it from here. See kind of what happens. Let's just delete. Nope. Let's just delete this. And delete this. Any barking in the background again. I can fix that then also. So maybe I will delete that. And I can move those over. Just because I don't want to, I don't know, waste materials, I guess. And then let's just do the rule of 9s. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'll do it up here. 10, 11, 12, 13. And then we can do this. Rule of 9s. I've defined a new rule, y'all. All right, and then we can do this. And this. And these can come over this way and into its new smelting column. This is where I wish we could do copy-paste, but that's okay. Let's put this in. I kind of don't really care, but we'll line it up here just for fun. Plus, then I don't have to count. This will go here. And then we'll bring the iron plate out on the other side. That'll come out here. And then, of course, we need arms akimbo. Power looks good still. Oops. And we'll let that belt get backed up and nice and seated. And then we can take this build and just, maybe I'll rotate it just to make it a little bit easier on myself. It would be nice to be able to just split it evenly though too. So maybe I won't. Maybe I'll do some mixers. Wait, why are we not making mixers? Why we not have mixers? Just because this hasn't seeded completely yet? Yep. There went the first one, I think. Oh, yeah, that was Mark II. We have 23 of them. That was Dumb Wally. Okay. Dumb Wally. Let's do a mixer as a splitter. And then we can do it again. Actually, I don't even need to do that. Actually, even better. Let's do this and that. Just so that this is now separated. And then we can take this build and mirror it or duplicate it like this. I'm gonna skip the arms for right now, and I'll just duplicate the rest of the buildings first, and I'll duplicate them later. This technically doesn't matter, but we'll take care of it. You know what? Let's do something here. Let's go in here, and let's look at what we need to build. Maybe we do arms or long arms. Maybe we do solar first. Yeah, let's do solar first, because I want to play with it anyway. That goes there. We need 2 of these also. And that means they'll start making, or start using those 2 while we wait. This is almost in like a perfect spot. Actually, if I did totally unnecessary things like that, it is in a perfect spot. This can run. This can go... Now we can do belts. There, and there. And here. And I should have done this a little bit differently, so I'm going to fix it now. Put this here. And then I can just do the belt like this. Saves a little bit of materials. Not much, but a little bit. And then we can bring this iron over, and I'm not going to put the last belt in there just yet, because I want to do this, and then I want to do mixer there. And then I want to keep going this way. And then the other direction will go the other way. Arms, of course. There and there. Here and here. Here and there. And there. In. That goes there. This, that, and this. I think that's right. If I've missed anything, I will find out soon enough. Can run that across now, and we can put this belt in here. That'll kick those off, and then I can also fix this too. The reason why this is better is because it allows 1/3 of the iron to be used by this machine, 1/3 to be used by this machine, and 1/3 to be used by this machine, which is exactly the ratio we need. Before, it was putting 50% to this one, and then the other 50% was getting put down to these two. And while it didn't matter because we weren't using an appreciable amount, it always matters. But I didn't consider the fact that these are here. And that was not smart. Because I'm not going to have room for that. But we can at least build this out a bit more. Put that in there just for the space. And we can be ready to go. That one goes there. This one goes here. And these two go here and here. This comes in. Doesn't really matter, but in, split, or it does matter. It does matter. It always matters. There. This goes here and there. Oops. Can't draw straight lines. You and you, you and you. You go out there into here. In there, out to there. Out. Down. In, down, in, out. Yeah, I'll have to move this one, but I wanted to free focus these anyway and get lines of 50 anyway. So I think we'll just do that over here as well, and we'll fix these up. So why don't we do? Why don't I do them horizontally instead? I'll need to put in another one of these. That's fine. And I'm still staggered here. Do I have any sort of alignment on any of these? Probably not. Not really. Because this one should be over here someplace. Right in the middle of a belt and things like that. Although it is also... No, it's not too close. I lied. Lied to myself. I don't know that it really matters either. Okay, so let's put these where the belts would be, or where the inserters would be, rather. Just so that we don't have to skip a space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I can't count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, and then 3 spaces away we can do another row. And then away from that we can do a row belt. And then we can do this the hard way. I'm going to do these a little bit differently so I don't have to count the inputs. The input coal, I'm just going to do it differently, slightly differently. And I'm probably I should redo these two to make them a bit more dense. So let's just do that now. It's going to cut off all of my power. But it'll do it in a slow-ish manner. You can pack these in tightly here, though. 3 spaces, and back we go. One of these. I missed one, but that's okay. There we go. Yeah, running low on power. There it goes. I guess I shouldn't be surprised that it went that fast. Let's do just a bit of this deletion here. Extra, that is. Delete. Let's do some miners here. And I'm just going to go ape on it. Let's see. Do this row like this, maybe. And then do the next row here. You're a 5, you're a 4. Put the extra ones out there just in case. And I can always delete the ones on the ends if I don't like them. And then here. Ooh, nice. That's too much. That was way too much, Wally. Alright, gotta go fast. Do this. And then do this. Alright, you are 3, that's good. You are 2. You're none. You're 1. You're 0. 0. 1. 3. And 3. And you're none. 4 there, that becomes 2, that's okay. 4 there, that becomes 2, that's okay. Delete, delete, and do this now. And then I want a mixer here. But I'm actually going to continue the second belt down this way. Let's delete this whole bit here. As well as this bit over here. Maybe a bit more this way. I may change this because I see that I need another belt up there. Stop. Stop. There we go. That. This. You can't use a mixer to replace the same thing. 2 things at the same time. Let's do that. I didn't put any inserters on this one. Oops. You do that. you do this. We have 1 there. Let's just delete that. We have 1 here, 3 and 3. Yep. That's good. And then we have 2 here. That's good. We have 0. We have 1. We have 3. Okay. And then finally up here I have 3. Yep, that's good too. And this one I think I'm just going to do... Actually, I don't know. But I think I will just do that. But I don't know if this is actually too much for that belt. It looks like it might be. And if it is, then I'm going to have to do... I may have to even like take part of this out and around and then do a separate belt here. I guess that's the only flaw with being able to count those, or not wanting to spend the time to count them, is that I don't actually know what I'm getting out of this. But then again, we're only powering 100 furnaces here, or burners here, and so we really only need 2 belts anyway. I mean, we need to get them saturated, but we only need 2 belts anyway. So it might come to pass that we don't actually need all of this for 2. That means I could build a 3rd array, but that might be the case. Delete that, just because I want to purge some of this. Although it's taking a bit of time to get all the coal down here. But that also doesn't come as much of a surprise. You can see power is ramping back up slowly. Guess I should have done this sort of before we did this stuff. But that's okay too. We're going to have this all done and ready to go before we even get to Research Token 3. Get those built, that is. Yeah, we're still not quite doing great. But we're getting there. The belts are saturated, now at least. I'm guessing stuff is backing up on both of these. This one's not backed up, but I'm not really surprised that it's not, because there's less going into it. And with all these at 9, it's not gonna be. We could have used Mark II belts here. And then we could have pushed this out to be double the length. We're almost a break-even point now. But yeah, we could definitely support a third column here. At least part of a 3rd column. So I'm gonna go ahead and get it built. Because, oh, I screwed that up. This. Because we might as well. We might as well use the coal we have, right? And then we can start working on the Research Token 3. Now, given that it takes so much iron and so much copper to make... I'll wait for a minute on this one. Let's go back and look at that recipe again. Given that it takes 19 iron and 11 copper every 1024, though. So that's 19 divided by 4 is just under 5. So we could do just about 3 builds. 3 RT3 builds on 1 iron array and 1 copper array, but it doesn't need to be a full one. But I'll make it a full one anyway, just because. I'm going to do this a little more carefully because of the influencer right there. This one, though, don't care so much about. Alright, so then I can bring a belt down to this guy. From here, I guess? Although I don't know that that's the best place. And again, we still have this backed up mess here. What might be the best thing to do with this is to merge it in with this one. Yeah, let's do that. No. Let's go this way. Down here. Like that. And then just do our crossings here. And that way this gets used in combination of this to make 3 mostly even belts. It's not perfect, but mostly even belts. I could do a 3-to-3 balancer, Factorio style. I don't remember what that looks like. I know that it looks like a mess. I could do a 4-to-4 balancer and just not use one of the inputs and one of the outputs. That's easier to build. But we need to do it down here then. And I didn't give myself enough space. It needs more than 4 tiles to do. I could bring it down and then bring that one back up. Oh, good, you're done finally. Almost done. Yeah, you're low on power. My foot. You'll get there. Let's try it. Maybe. I guess then you would feed the 4th one back onto itself. I think that's the best way to do a 3-to-3 out of a 4-to-4. Maybe. Ah, you're done. Good. Let's see if I can remember how to do that. Delete those, delete that, delete this. Put these in just straight through. And then let's do this. That's not the right, that is the right one. Mixer, yep, that's what I want. You do 2 of these, and then 1 of these. Oh, we can't do this way, because we can't do undergrounds. That won't work. I'd have to do something slightly different then. We could probably try to figure it out, though. No, those don't even do that, Wally. Those do this. This does this. And then these go under to those, like that. But we can't do undergrounds. We can do, though, crossings. Here. This would be a little bit bigger. But this would work. A little bit bigger in terms of wider, that is. There and here. That would actually be, if I'm correct, a valid balancer. Shall we? It's going to interrupt us again, though, with power. Power's getting there. Getting there pretty well, actually. Although I could then just make this be the 4th belt. And not do the shenanigans. Yeah, just have only 3 outputs occupied. That would be better even yet. Okay, let's break power. This one needs to turn here. This one needs to turn there. Okay, so this will be my starter here. You go there, you go there. You're going to turn this way now. I'm going to straighten those out later. And then we do this one. I'm doing this one at a time so I don't lose too much power. And then we do 1, 2, 3 here. There. And then we do 1, 2 again. Here and here. And then we just need to tie all these belts together the correct way. I can do the crossings in here and here. And in here and here. This goes this way and then that way. This goes this way and then that way. This one's going to come out this way and come out even more. And then go up to there. Again, I'm trying to do this safely. You go there. You go... That's not exactly what I wanted. There. You go here. You're going to go this way. Nope. Wrong way again. This goes that way, and this gets deleted. This goes this way, and this gets passed through. Have I done it all correctly? Have I done it correctly is the question. Is the true question. But I think it's correct. These are just to take the place of those undergrounds. Alright, so now I change you so that you go this way. Just to get rid of some of this extra. This gets deleted here and becomes a... Deleted here. Becomes a belt here. Yeah, I just jacked my power up again. That's fine. And then this comes here. Now, if everything works at an even flow, that should be good. The question is everything working in an even flow? The third question is this actually enough for 3 whole lines? It shouldn't matter in the end, because 3 whole lines is more than we had before. We had less than 2 whole lines, but we need to get these resaturated to make sure that we're getting actual saturated belts coming out of here. And then we may also need to rebalance some of these to say, hey, these aren't all getting used here. Maybe we do this instead, so that some of these can go up to the other belt to balance the load on all the belts. We'll probably need to do that with a few here, like that. Oh, there. I don't know if that's too much on this belt now. We'll just kind of have to watch it and see a bit. But as long as this keeps creeping over here, and as long as the 3 belts coming out here are constantly full, then we should be okay. That's kind of fun. So we unfortunately didn't get to research token 3 because we took a sidebar here. We do need to do this extra bit here for fun. I guess, because right now we're maxed out on these anyway, to get this all wired up and ready to go for later. But, you know, we've pretty close to... We're ready to do Research Token 3 next time. Unfortunately, though, next time is going to be a bit of time away, because I have some other plans for the next few days here on YouTube. At least the next few days. I'm not sure how many that few is. But it's probably going to be... It may even be closer to a week before we actually come back to Combine and Conquer. So let me know your thoughts on what I've done today. And then we'll dig into Research Token 3 stuff in the next... no, not right there. In the next episode, whenever it is we actually come back. And we can also then see what else there is to work on once we get that going, because we also have to do our Mark II Mall, which I have no idea what that's going to look like, and then we'll have to start working on the Mark III Mall. So yeah, that'll be really good. But yeah, I think we can leave this here now. Hopefully I hooked this all up correctly. If I didn't, yeah, I didn't already. There. Then I will know pretty soon, because I will know that everything is not backing up, but these are both working correctly because everything is backed up now. So, so thank you all for joining me. and I will see you all next time. Bye for now.